everybody, so today I'm going to do a quick little like K-pop rant video with all these new groups coming out and all these other groups disbanding because let's face it, we're in a couple year slump here where groups are going to be breaking up. We already know of some that broke up already, like 4 Minute and 21 and whatnot, and then there's new groups coming out. Now, okay, you don't have to agree with me or whatever. We can all have our own opinions, and that's perfectly fine, and I would like to hear yours down below. But I wanted to rant a little bit about it because, okay, let's be honest. No matter what year it is, there's always going to be new groups coming out, and there's always going to be groups disbanding. The reason why right now it's really hard, like last year and this year, is because a lot of groups came out in those couple years where it's time to renew or to not re-sign. So we're having a surge in groups disbanding, which sucks, but it's going to happen. K-pop and music in general, a lot of things in general, not just music, but a lot of things in general, you're going to see people, debut, rise to fame, maybe not even necessarily rise to a huge fame, but, be popular for a couple years, and then eventually they're either going to want to move on, or, they're just not doing as good as they would like to, so they're gonna go do something else, which is perfectly fine. Like, let's be honest, even in American music, people come out, sometimes they're popular as soon as they come out, but a lot of times they're not. They have to slowly rise to fame. They'll be famous, super famous for a couple years, and then it'll kind of die down, even if they're still doing music or acting or anything else. So, unfortunately, it's going to happen. K-pop groups aren't going to stay around forever. They're going to want to go do other things. They might have different ideas of how they want to do music, a bunch of different things. So you have to realize that this is going to happen no matter what, and it's sad and it sucks, but you know what? At least they put out a lot of albums and things that we can continue to listen to and, remember them by. The thing that's annoying me right now is with two particular companies / sets of groups that everybody's talking about right now. So YG, 21 disbanded, and Blackpink came out, and everybody's all, Blackpink is a recreation of 21. They're just trying to be 21. And the same thing with Cube now. 4 Minute disbanded, and CLC has come back with a new concept just now. There's so many things that, annoy me. Okay, number one, I get where you people are coming from, but you also have to remember, and this video is probably going to be all over the place because I didn't write down bullet points. I know what I want to say, but I didn't, put it in an order. But okay, so number one, look at K-pop. This is where K-pop is right now, with the edgier stuff, more hip-hop stuff. Yeah, there's still going to be cutesy stuff and whatnot, but let's be real. This is where K-pop is right now, okay? So that's what's going to happen. That's where it is right now. So that's where these groups are going to be. Number two, you're calling them copycats. Okay, number one, they're from the same companies, so clearly there's going to be similarities. But, you have to realize the girls in the groups, or guys in other groups, if you're comparing guy groups, number one, it's not their overall choice. You have to realize that when they're a K-pop idol, their style, their hair and makeup, the music that they make, the music videos, the dancing, they don't really have much control. Most groups don't have control over this, okay? Overall, a majority of groups do not have control over this. So please remember that. Quit bashing groups on things that they're doing, saying that they're a this and this copycat, and oh my god, they wearing clothes like that, or they're singing like them, or they look like them. Okay, listen, they don't have control over this stuff. So quit arguing about it and just get over it. If you don't like it and it makes you mad that so-and-so's like so-and-so, then just don't listen to it, don't watch it, move on and listen to your other groups. Like, it just annoys me when people are comparing other people when, number one, they're from the same company, so clearly it's going to happen. And number two, like, they don't have a choice, okay? Like, overall, they don't have a choice. This is just what happens. And like I said, this is where K-pop is right now. They're in the more edgy hip-hop, you know, darker kind of, you know, era right now. So a lot of stuff's going to be dark or sexy or hip-hop, or that's the era we're in right now. When K-pop first started to get big years ago, it was more cutesy and like whatever. And then slowly started to get edgier, and that's where they are right now. So every group is going to be somewhat similar because this is the type of music that they're going with right now. And another thing I want to say is like, not so much for Blackpink out of these two groups that I brought up, not so much Blackpink because Blackpink is brand new and they just came out, but CLC has been out for a couple years. They debuted in, I believe, 2015, correct? And so they started out with it wasn't super cutesy, but it was a cutesy concept, where they, you know, they had all those cute little outfits, and they had like the crazy upside down rooms and all that, and the really cute clothes. Like they had normal, you know, like kind of street clothes on. They were super cute. So with like a group like that, they're almost 2 years old. So you have to realize when you're a group and you're growing, you're gonna start with one concept and you're gonna end up evolving. So it's been about 2 years. So they started with Pepe. I think that's how you say it, is Pepe. But anyway, they started with Pepe, and then they had like, I think they had a song called like High Heels and Oh No No, or Oh No something, No No or something. And they were like a little bit more cutesy or whatever. But now they're growing up. I believe this is their 5th mini album now that just came out with this Hobgoblin song. Personally, I love the Hobgoblin song from CLC. I really liked Pepe. To be honest, I didn't pay attention to the couple in between, which I do want to go back and look at those and see. But I liked CLC, and I love this song, and I love the styling and everything else. Yeah, I do agree that it's somewhat 4-minute type, but also from what I heard, Hyun helped work on it, so duh, obviously it's gonna happen. But they're from Cube, and they're probably going to be very similar to 4-minute because it's Cube, it's the same company. So just deal with it. If you don't like it, move on to the next group. And like Blackpink, I personally like them a lot too. I've liked every single song that they've come out with so far. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really listen to 21 that much. I listened to a couple songs, but that was about it. I didn't really get into them because by the time I got into K-pop, like hard into K-pop, I switched from girl groups to guy groups, and I stuck with guy groups, and I didn't really go back and look at old stuff because I already know, like groups like 21, I probably will like their older stuff, but a majority of the groups and stuff from back then, before I started getting into K-pop, are not going to be my kind of music, and I already know that, which is kind of why I haven't looked back on anything, but I do plan on doing it just to kind of like see what's going on. But yeah, but so anyway, my point was like evolving. You're gonna evolve. Girl groups, I think it's awesome if they start as the cutesy concept and work their way up to sexy and, you know, edgy or horror or whatever else. Like, that's gonna happen. You can't expect a group, especially when they debut and most of them are really young, you can't expect them to stay cutesy the whole time. They're growing up and they want to change their type of music. So let them do that. Like, I just don't understand why this has to be such a big deal. Why CLC is trying to be 4-minute and Blackpink's trying to be 21. Like, I see the similarities, and I agree there are similarities, but like I said, this is where K-pop is going, and being that both companies lost groups, these groups are in the same company, so they're still gonna sound similar because they're run by the same people. And I'm just like repeating myself, but I just wanted to rant about it because it just really annoys me. It has nothing to do necessarily with those two groups, but those are the two groups right now that everybody's talking about, so I figured I'd bring them up as examples. But this is just, you know, in general, boy groups, girl groups, everything. Ugh, it just annoys me. But anyway, before I keep rambling, I'm gonna go. So please like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, please leave your opinions down below. I'd like to hear your opinions about this type of stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye.